So these are all the memories we're reversing by the looks of it. This is everything that now no longer happened. Veronica's death, for one. Eric and Mia's catastrophe. The battle of the last bastion. Queen Marina dying. Nautica being destroyed. And these are things that did happen, I think. And they're all gone. Okay, now these are the things.
And remember, we'll be waiting.
So this is reminiscing now. This is right at the start of the game, leaving Cobblestone and then going to Heliodor, being chucked in the dungeon. This is all still canon now. This all still happened.
Let's do this. I believe
Luminary and Eric escaping.
I believe in the Luminary.
We of Arborea swear to protect
Recruiting the
you.
twins.
While we live, none shall defeat you.
Friends, shipmates,
Sylvando and his ship just after Jasper's attack. Gondola.
Destiny beckons.
I don't know how Mordegon's planning on achieving eternal life, but I know one thing. We're going to stop him.
The events of Panglai and Dora, that all happened.
Must defeat him. The fate of our world.
And just before we went up to Yggdrasil.
Good luck.
And that is going to be the most recent memory. There we are. We're alive. Where are we? It looks like mountainous region. Looks like it's going to be Arborea. The Sword of Shadows. So that did survive the journey. The Sword of Light was smashed up, destroyed. And Yggdrasil is still in the sky. So either we've just crash landed in Arborea, nothing's happened, or we have successfully returned to the past. Before Mordegon destroyed the World Tree. We will certainly record. Has our trip back in time been successful? And is Veronica still alive? Time Traveller. Oh, it looks like it. In order to see the world saved once more, but properly this time. Oh, I've got no one in our party. We've retained our level and, by the looks of it, our equipment. Got the liquid metal jacket from Mordegon's castle, which now no longer ever existed. And that hold to skip button suggests that we've seen this scene before. Entering Arborea for the first time. Here we go. See what these guys say. Companions are all gathered in the cathedral. Time to Father Benedictus. Yeah, what day is it? It's the day you and your companions will offer sacred orbs up to the altar in the First Forest and journey to Yggdrasil. So this is it. We've at this point in the game we have come from Sniffelheim after gathering the 6th and final blue orb. And now we're here ready. And you can see just how different this place looks. It's no longer like disturbed by fire and ruin and rubble and everything. It's as it was before Yggdrasil went down and before Mordegon won. So, I mean, we've successfully travelled back in time. And now we need to save the world. Properly this time. Okay, just notice something interesting. We speak to these guys. When I gaze upon the smiling face of my newborn son, I feel sharp pangs of sorrow, as if I have known his loss. So, speaking to these guys in Act 2, before we came back in time, they lost this kid. The kid died in the fall of Yggdrasil. So it's kind of like indicative that the characters know that they've got, not so much memories, but they've got an idea that something's different. They've got sort of knowledge of a previous life, almost. When we speak to this one, what an unusual sword you carry. Seems far too foreboding a weapon. So we've got the Sword of Shadows strapped to our back as well. Right, let's head up. Before we go in, I've got a lot to say in this episode, so before we go in, the things that we do know and the things we don't know. So the things we do know at this point, Jasper is following us, and he has done since perhaps Sniffelheim. So remember, we've only just got the 6th and final orb from Sniffelheim after defeating Crystallinda, going through that whole quest. We know that Hendrik is following Jasper with King Carnelian, who we know is Mordegon, with him. So Hendrik believes that Jasper is bad. I don't think Hendrik's really come to a conclusion about us yet. In Act 2, he says he started to have his doubts around the time that he met Jade again for the first time. And Jade jumped after us and we had that confrontation in Yggdrasil. So Hendrik is conflicted, but he's pretty sure Jasper is bad. He has no idea about King Carnelian being Mordegon though. So we know that Jasper's about to pounce as soon as we get up to Yggdrasil. And we know that Mordegon is then going to attack as well, and because Jasper's working for him. We'll get into the individual characters in a bit. The things we don't know the questions we still haven't got answers for. Who is the seer? And what is the black and red toggle doing? So let's go in. We'll see what happens. So we haven't met any of our party members yet.
Serenica, blessed ancestor, the time has come at last for us to fulfill our destiny.
And that is the lovely sweet voice of Veronica. She's alive. This is before she died in Act 2.
We're going to use the orbs to take the Luminary up to the World Tree, and he's going to awaken the power that will banish the darkness. We've never been up to Yggdrasil before, so we don't know what's up there waiting for us.
Terrible things, let me tell you that much.
But no matter what happens, I swear I won't let the Luminary come to harm. He's our light and our hope, and he'll rid our world of darkness. I know he will.
Given what we know of what happened in the end of Act 1, Veronica did save everyone, so, I mean, this promise means more now that we're seeing it with hindsight, essentially.
Serenica, sage of legend, lend me your power. Help me fulfill my duty and protect the Luminary.
Maybe Serenica did help. The first time around, that is.
Oi! What are you doing here? Wait, you weren't listening, were you?
There's classic Veronica, back again.
What do you think you're up to, waltzing in here with that great ugly thing strapped to your back anyway? And where in the world have you been?
Long story. There we go, the sass returns.
Father Benedictus was talking to us all, and you just upped and disappeared without so much as a by your leave. What were you thinking?
Interesting. It's never been entirely clear to me, like, how they slot the travelled back in time version of the Luminary into this part. Like, it's not... the physics aren't exactly established perfectly, but there we go. That's the only answer we're going to get, as far as I'm aware.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Stop staring at me like that, will you? You look like you've seen a ghost. We've got important things to be getting on with. The last thing we need is you acting like a big weirdo. So come on, pull yourself together.
I think we're going to see straight away there's going to be a lot of ironic moments like this, where someone will say something that, you know...
Darling, there you are.
And there we go, there's the rest of our gang.
Everywhere. Oh, we were so worried about you.
Serena with long hair as well. And everyone exactly as they were at the end of Act 1.
Well, don't look so surprised to see us. We've been right here all along, you know.
What's with that sword? You're supposed to be the good guy, remember?
I love the fact they all reference it.
Well, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, time to get this show on the road.
Father Benedictus says we're to take the orbs and offer them up to the altar at the top of the mountain.
We need to go through those doors and follow the path through the first forest, apparently. Shall we get going?
Let's do it.
Aye. Not long now till we get up to the World Tree at long last, and finally find out how to get rid of that rotter Mordegon. Let's away.
Let's go. Follow me. I think you'll find I know exactly where I'm going. So, straight away I'm going to talk to the party, because... I've seen a ghost or something. Yeah, again, the irony.
I wonder.
I think I've ever wandered off while someone was talking to me. Strange smile on your face. Yeah, again, this is a running thing to Act 3. It's like all of the characters have a memory of this previous life. I haven't seen you in the longest time, so they've all got this underlying feeling.
I've been thinking.
Yeah, again. It's like fight monsters or something. Look a little taller since I last saw you. Maybe it's a trick of the light. Again, they're all referencing it.
Laddie.
The old man was so obviously wandered off.
Oh, aye.
Something in your eyes? Interesting. Yeah, I love Sylvando's reaction to the sword. Right, we speak to Father Benedictus. More serious than he did before. I know exactly what's going to happen once we get up there. Jasper is following us. And this time, we know exactly how to counter. So, let's take a deep dive into all of the characters. I mean, start with the Luminary. Obviously, we know exactly what has happened and what is going to happen being the Luminary since we've travelled back in time. Start with Eric. At this point, he obviously still hasn't had the interaction with Mia that we saw in Act 2. she is still at this point a block of gold. And none of the other characters know anything about Mia or Eric even having a sister in the first place. Let's get into a fight, because we're straight away going to see that everyone has been reset to their levels at the end of Act 1. So, I haven't even looked at the equipment yet, but get my favourites in. And we'll get Veronica in as well, because we haven't played with her for a long time. This was the last level we saw Veronica at. And straight away, like, the Luminary is so much higher than everyone else, because of course it is. We have experienced the whole of Act 2, and none of these characters have now. Sorry, back on Eric. So at this point, the last interaction we had with him canonically from Act 1 was his kind of aversion to Sniffwine. We saw it in Act 1, he had some sort of connection to Sniffwine, but we don't know what. Now we know exactly what. TV's gone. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, things that didn't happen as well. Eric has never had, now, the interaction with the Seer he had in Act 2. The whole thing with Heliodor, where he was in the Rock of Wrong. The fight with Indictness, him losing his memories, none of that ever happened. And that none of it ever will happen now that we've kind of erased that time period. So Eric still needs to be, he needs to find Mia and be forgiven. And hopefully this time, we can make that a much better story. Like previously we had the old interaction with Gildiger and Mia going evil. Hopefully in this act we're not going to see that.
Veronica wins again.
She does indeed. So that's Eric, he's still kind of yet to be forgiven. I think we can get all the treasures we had last time as well. I'll go into equipment. I've got too much to say and look at. So we're going to see everyone's got the equipment they had at the end of Act 1. But this time we've carried with us all of everyone's equipment. So we can straight away give Jade a poker, which is, at her level, a ridiculous weapon. Can't remember. Oh yeah, Warrior's Princess. Yep. Oh, I kind of want the Warrior's Princess outfit as well, but I don't want that outfit. So I'll give her something else. Thief's Turban. Probably be fine. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I think Jade's default outfit is my favourite, easily. What do we want to give her? Fill in, yeah. I mean, I've not really got many. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just carry on. I don't think Eric had any better knives by the time we finished that bit. Doesn't look like it. But we must have, yeah, Corsair's cap. Can't remember where to get the Corsair's, like, body thing. It's an outfit piece, obviously, but just give them random accessories for now. Right, who else do we cover? Right, Veronica. I mean, her story so far is exactly as it was in Act 1, obviously, and that's all we saw of it. The underlying thing is, obviously, she didn't die when there's not going to have any better equipment for Veronica, are we? Because we never had her in Act 2. Uniform, the Academy... I kind of want to stick with her default outfit for now. So we'll give her a second accessory. So yeah, the only difference is with Veronica is she didn't die, and that's it. We saved her by coming back in time. Serena... Obviously she never loses her sister in this playthrough, so the last thing we kind of really saw with Serena... I don't know really, in Act 1 she doesn't really have much. Might as well... Savannah doesn't have anything else. Might as well give him the Stardust Sword, given I haven't got Swords to Eric yet. And Brain Drainer. It's probably going to be another... Yeah, or is that better? No, we'll go with this. Give him some sort of accessory. So yeah, there's Serena's story. Obviously, with her, we hope that she doesn't experience anything like losing her sister again. Right, let's give Serena a normal outfit back. I can't remember what she had in the previous thing. Yeah, it's going to be another one. Oh no, Saintess dress. Yeah, of course it is. I'm not going to do a hat as well. And then wrap. Do I have anything? Yeah, Rod of Rapidity. Got 2 of those now. Yeah, that's the thing. Everything duplicates as well. So whatever equipment, I think the game must take a snapshot of like your levels and equipment at the end of Act 1, and then gives them all back to you at the start of this Act 3. I'm just giving random stuff at this point. Is that everyone? Yeah, okay. And we see the toggle. We know exactly what those are now. And all of the chest has been restored as well. So yeah, that's Serena. Sylvando, obviously he's not had the interaction with his father at this point. So in the Act 1 we saw Sylvando kind of having the interaction he had with Puerto Valor where he didn't really want to come back. And at this stage nobody knows that his father is Don Rodrigo and that he's actually Norberto. So he's kind of yet to be redeemed as well and have that interaction. And kind of the only Sylvando we know in Act 1 is the kind of happy-go-lucky Sylvando. Like, he's not been particularly serious up until this point in Act 1. If we move on to Rab, I mean, Rab is the only one where nothing really changes, to be honest. He's got his serious side about wanting to beat Mordegon and, you know, kind of get redemption for Erdwin and Eleanor's death. What we don't see with Rab, obviously, what's been erased is the whole interaction with Grandmaster Pang and him having the kind of memories of Yggdrasil and living them, but then making the choice to let go of them and fight Mordegon instead, because there's more important things to be doing, in his words. But, you know, all we really hope for Rab is that he beats Mordegon and kind of obtains that redemption. As for Jade, gratefully, none of the events of Act 2 ever happened, so we don't get any of that problematic, stupid stuff anymore. We don't get any of those silly references, and just, why did they do that, honestly? But Jade's story up until this point, Act 1 Jade is so good, and thankfully, I think that's going to continue through to Act 3 as well, where she is just kind of very much the big sister to the Luminary. Like, she saved him in Yggdrasil in Act 1, and that's one of my favourite scenes in the whole game. Alright, going into the first forest. So in terms of what's in store for Jade, it's hard to say. All she kind of really wants to do is protect the Luminary and beat Mordegon, and kind of, you know, obtain redemption for herself as well. Well, I'm pretty sure all of the chests are still here. They're going to be lower in value. Now they're up here. And is that every character we've talked about now? I think it is, isn't it? I think so. So, I think what's in store, what I'm most excited for, is to have kind of Eric's story with Mia be told again. And I hope we can do it right this time. Because we know what's coming up here. And the whole plan is to avert the destruction of Yggdrasil. So we know Jasper is behind us somewhere. Oh yeah, as for Hendrik, yeah, again, he's conflicted. He doesn't really know. Love the fact that the enemies run away from us now. When we first here in Act 1, they were big and scary, but yeah, level 44 compared to the others 30 odd. Yeah, Hendrik, he is conflicted. At this point in the game, we are still the Darkspawn, and we are still being hunted by the soldiers of Heliodor, and word has been spread to a lot of the other places in the game as well. So we are still kind of wanted. And Hendrik, yeah, I mean, the only interactions he's had with us, I mean, us running away, me joining up with Eric at the start, he would have been, yeah, definitely the Darkspawn, definitely a criminal. But the interaction we had with the Luminary and Jade, he says in Act 2 that that was what made him start to think that we might be good. And, I mean, we don't really know what Hendrik knows about Jasper and what he's been doing yet. But we know at the end of Act 1 that Jasper was trying to kill Hendrik. He hires Crystalinda to try and kill him, but she failed. So, yeah, Hendrik is conflicted. He still has absolutely no idea that King Carnelian is Mordegon. And, I mean, at the very end of Act 1 we saw Hendrik confront Jasper and say, just how cheaply did you sell your soul, scoundrel? Or words to that effect. So, he definitely knows that Jasper is... he's gone down a dark path somewhere, but doesn't know exactly how and what relationship he has. He doesn't know Jasper is directly working for Mordegon, that's for sure. But we know from the events of Act 2 that Hendrik is wholly good. He doesn't know that himself yet. He doesn't really know what side he's chosen, but we know he can come over to our side once we find him. First, we have to get up to the top. I can't remember if... no, I can't imagine I would have unlocked the campsites, because they were already set at the end of Act 1. So we'll go back through all of these once again. I'm trying to think of any other games that have done this sort of massive time reversal thing before. But I mean, to be fair, I haven't played that wide-ranging games, but... it is a very cool thing this game does. See, it makes you feel like it's a decision, but we are kind of following the game. Like, you can't just really decide to not go back in time and then experience the rest of the game, unfortunately. So it's not really a decision if you want to complete the game. We're getting close. Again, I think first time we came up here, this is like... very graphically beautiful. And this area in particular, I think must be based on Avatar in at least little ways, because the glowing plants especially. I just think very pretty. We see another Toggle. And we know those are the spirits of lost time though. Oh, it's just all the way around here, isn't it? We'll get over this way? Yeah. Yeah, unanswered questions, we still don't know what the red and black Toggle is. So in the last episode, we saw the red and black Toggle obviously bring down Erdwin's lantern and then be very sad when Mordegon destroyed it. We have no idea if Erdwin's lantern good, evil. We have no idea if the red and black Toggle is good or evil yet. I mean, Prince Faris referred to Mordegon as the saviour of Gallopolis for destroying Erdwin's lantern. And we're going to see more of that in this episode. But we also saw it follow us into the Tower of Lost Time when we first went up there. And in my head, I think I must be misremembering. Right, we're going to get a repeat of the cutscene now, but I'll hold my previous thought. So this is exactly the same cutscene that we saw in Act 1. I'm going to play it.
Oh, this trudging up hills is playing havoc with my old bones.
Oh, well, don't tire yourself out, darling. We all want to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for our big day. Come on, let's call it a night, huh?
And I think... Oh no, we're going to get the campfire scene first.
So, we'll finally be going up to Yggdrasil tomorrow. I can't help feeling a little nervous.
This cutscene means so much more now that we know what did happen after this. Obviously we're going to try and reverse it this time.
Serena, why don't you play that song? You know, the one you always used to play when we were children.
Yeah, Serena's harp once more. So this in Act 1 was kind of like the calm before the storm, before it all went wrong.
Yggdrasil looks so magical at night. It's strange to think that each of our lives is a leaf on one of those branches.
I love her voice. It's so calming.
Yeah. And it's really like the old man said. There's some kind of heart in there that all life comes from.
Yes. When someone dies, their leaf withers and falls, and their soul returns to the heart. When someone is born, a new bud blooms on one of the branches.
I suppose it won't be long now until we finally face Mordegon. Do you think if we can beat him, my father will go back to how he once was?
Still a big question at this stage. We don't know how this is going to play out.
You play an instrument too, Veronica?
And so we know this time that that flute is the flute used to summon Cetacea, the winged whale.
No. The High Priest gave it to me. He said it would help us. It belonged to our ancestor, Serenica. She left it behind in Arborea, apparently.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pooped. What do you say we all get some beauty sleep?
I mean, were we at this point in real life, there's no way we would sleep, given that we know what's about to happen. And here we see the big cutscene that
Veronica,
means so much more now that we know what happens.
we were born at the same time, so our leaves bloomed at the same time, didn't they? Do you think they'll fall at the same time too?
I don't know. You've always been a bit slow, to be honest.
So in Act 1 they did not fall at the same time, because Veronica died, but
But I hope they do.
this time we're hoping to make it so that they do fall at the same time, and avert Veronica's death. That's the goal. And now we get the big unknown. I mean, we know how we're going to be attacked. It's Jasper using a dark spell from behind that just completely nullifies us and think it paralyses me and makes him invulnerable. We know that attack is coming. And we know that Hendrik and Mordegon aren't that far behind. Will it all go wrong again? That is the big question. Or can we avert the disaster? So we've got all 6 orbs. We know exactly what to do because we've done it once before. And I think we've seen it in visions as well.
Well, there's no mistaking it. This is the altar.
So again, exactly the same scene we saw in Act 1.
There. Go on, laddie. Get the orbs out. Let's see what happens, shall we?
We know it's going to make the Mario Kart Rainbow Road. Here we go. I still haven't looked up this theme because I think it's the only time it plays in the game, but very pretty. I can't imagine it's a new one. So pretty. Lovely. Such a long and unnecessary path.
A bridge made of rainbows. It's beautiful.
Looks like it's finally time for our date with Destiny. Come on, we'd better not keep Yggdrasil waiting.
I don't know if I want to see this Destiny. Obviously at this point the game has given us no option to turn around and look for Jasper, but we know he's coming. And here we go. Up to Yggdrasil for the second time. The first time we came up here, obviously, it was completely destroyed. We rescued it by killing Mordegon at the end of Act 2, but now it hasn't been destroyed at all. Interesting there are toggles up here. Don't know what relation this place has to time itself, but I suppose the toggles are everywhere. We can get a second file of Yggdrasil due. I haven't even used the first one yet. Climbing up, getting closer to the destiny that we have come back to change. I think this was the bit in Act 1 that I said, this must be based on Avatar. So yeah, the big tree, the big vines, the colourful plants. It's all very Avatar. Right, let's speak to the pipe before we go in. I wonder if they say anything different. What's the matter? You look worried? Yeah, definitely. We're going to protect you, you know that. You're inside the big wimp. I mean, you did protect me last time. We'll protect the Luminary.
I don't get it.
I think Eric said the same thing he did last time. Jade, I'm pretty sure. Rab said something about his moustache last time. Not this time. Yggdrasil's waiting for us. I think it's time. I don't think we can put it off any longer. We know what's going to happen. We know Jasper's going to attack from behind after we dispel the barrier around Yggdrasil. Get any more dialogue here? I don't think we do.
Yes!
No. And this time we have to block it. And we've got the Sword of Shadows for a reason. That is going to come into play. Because that's got all the powers that this Sword of Light has.
So this is the heart of Yggdrasil. It's strange. I feel like I've been here before.
Again, they've all got this little awareness in the back of their minds.
It's weirdly familiar.
Of a previous life.
Well, it is the source of all life. I guess that makes sense.
And they all play it down. Always. There we go, just as in Act 1.
Ow! Well, that's not very nice. The naughty thing gave me a shock.
Aye, and so it should. I doubt the World Tree would let any but the one who bears her mark near her holiest of holies. After all, only he can wield the weapon destined to dispel the darkness. The Sword of Light.
If this was me, I would not let anyone talk. I would run in and grab the sword.
It's time to reach into the heart of Yggdrasil and claim your birthright.
Bro, don't even bother, look around.
Only you can do it. Only you can save our world.
Literally, either grab the sword quickly or turn around now. We know Jasper's behind us. And it's in a few moments he's going to attack. And I've remembered. Got the Sword of Shadows. There he is. Just as he did last time, he's attacking. We've blocked it.
How in the... Damn you, Jasper. How did you find us?
Find you? Did you witless vermin not realize I was following you all along?
I knew exactly that you were coming, my friend. We've blocked it this time, but we know that Jade's attack is not going to get through because of the orb.
What was that?
Now, princess. Such boorish behavior hardly befits one of your station. Do you not see that you are utterly powerless to stop me?
He makes his speech, but he must be unnerved by the fact that we blocked his attack and have this massive sword. And we've completely dispelled his attack. The attack that brought everyone to their knees in Act 1.
Repelled? But how?
We've completely nullified Jasper.
That sword.
He can't possibly know anything about the sword, but...
Very impressive. But it will take more than a showy new weapon to defeat me.
Come on then, we'll have a fair fight this time.
Come, Luminary. All of you. Prepare for the end. The Tree of Life shall be your place of death.
He said it in Act 1, and in Act 1 he was right. He killed Veronica. But not this time.
Ends here.
This time we have the Sword of Shadows. And as we're going to see very quickly, as with Act 1, nobody can attack it, but as the game says, the Sword of Shadows is going to work. And we hit him. We deal damage on Jasper. And now everyone else can attack as well. Not that they're anywhere near as powerful, but Veronica's got sapped to be fair.
Such beauty.
Alright, he's restored the barrier.
Azam!
Oh, I probably need a healer, really. Eric can't really do much. I mean, I've tried now, Cobra. Oh, he's got the thing up, hasn't he? Never mind. Right, I'm going to sub Eric out and just get a healer in. Actually, has Rab got oomph? I don't think he has, does he? This arena. It's got to be Unbridled Blade because we're the only one that can attack at the moment. And his barrier's down again. Now Jade can get in. And he's nearly down already. We've completely smashed him this time. Now that this is a fair fight. And he can't just put up invulnerability. Oh dear. And he's going for me as he rightly should. But we're so much stronger now. And I think Jade's going to knock him out here. Well, not quite. It falls to me. And we've got him. Jasper's beaten. His surprise attack did not work this time.
Not bad.
A couple of levels. I mean, they've all had these levels already. Well, Rab's got multi-heal again. I'm going to save the skill point allocation completely. So we have completely rewritten history, and the orb shattered. This time it's Jasper on his knees. The Sword of Shadows is breaking.
No. This cannot be. I cannot be defeated.
You're beaten, man.
I cannot disappoint my master.
He's going to try one more. We've defended again, but the sword's gone. We've lost our ace. Jasper's beaten. But we know who's coming. And we know that this now is Mordegon. Picking up the shard of the Sword of Shadows that he created in another time.
And what do we have here?
There's Hendrik. There's the flashback. We know he's Mordegon. We knew he was about to attack Hendrik, but this time he's going to see Jasper on the floor.
What has Jasper led us into? What happened here?
Your pal showed his true colours. That's what happened. He's no servant of Heliodor. He's sold his soul to the forces of evil.
And Hendrik was suspicious of that, so he's going to believe Rab.
The Luminary is not your enemy. It was Jasper all along.
Curse you.
So it's important to say that the other characters do not know that King Carnelian is Mordegon at this point. Only us, the Luminary, knows.
So
Hendrik doesn't know either.
Repay your king with treachery.
What is Mordegon going to do here? Is he going to try and attack?
Master, help me.
Jasper knows that Carnelian is Mordegon. But Mordegon's killed him.
Faithless cur! You would dare to betray me? Betray your kingdom? Death is more than you deserve.
And he's fully dead. Jasper dies here in this timeline. And there's the token of fealty.
I am grateful to you, Hendrik. If you had not brought me here, I may never have learned the truth. If not for your intervention, who knows how long it might have continued? Who knows how much damage might have been wrought?
We know exactly how much, but we know this is Mordegon. We know he's trying to sell the deception here. And he's doing a good job of it.
I was merely doing my duty, sire. I only wish he had been unmasked sooner.
It seems I owe you an apology. I have visited a grave injustice upon you.
We know this is a lie.
It was Jasper who spoke of the dark spawn.
Also a lie.
Who poisoned me against you.
Another lie.
I see now that all this was merely part of his wicked scheme.
He's on a roll of lies.
Father.
Jade! My beloved daughter. How is it that I did not see you there? Today is a day of surprises indeed. Come, let me look at you.
This does not seem like a genuine interaction. Seems so suspicious. We know the truth.
Greatly, Lord Robert. The fall of Yggdrasil and all that has happened since were tragic events indeed. But it is time to put them behind us and face the future. Would you not agree?
Sorry, Your Majesty, but I'll be putting nothing behind me until I've dealt with the cause of it all. Mordegon.
Rab is steadfast. I thought he was going to agree then.
Ah, yes. Mordegon. Doubtless Jasper bent the knee to that fiend.
And we know he did.
I see now that he is the source of the evil that afflicts our world. No doubt, he is out there even as we speak. Lying low, biding his time.
We know he's right in front of us.
But we have the Luminary on our side. Now, you must claim the Sword of Light. The sacred power of Yggdrasil is your birthright. Take it. It is long past time.
I don't know now. We don't know what's going to happen now. We knew of Jasper's attack, but now that we've changed time, is Mordegon going to stab us in the back if we walk up and grab the sword? I mean, we'll chat to everyone. We don't know where Mordegon's hiding himself. Bruv, he's there. Doesn't feel like I thought it would. Can't seem to relax around him. Jade's suspicious. We're approaching its grand finale. I mean, yeah. Good job you spotted him when we did. Yeah. I mean, we knew it was coming. Not to mention that crazy sword of yours. Yeah, it's shattered. I mean, the Sword of Shadows has shattered. The one that Mordegon created in Act 2. End of Act 1 even. Speak to Hendrik. I would have sworn Knight of Heliodor sell his soul. I mean, we know exactly why it's Jasper's jealousy. We've seen Hendrik's armour for the first time. We never see this armour in Act 2. But here he has it. Mordegon remains at large. He is the cause of all this chaos. This great weapon can end the Lord of Shadow's reign. I don't know. I mean, I played the game before. I know what happens, but still, this is a very suspicious moment. Surely Mordegon can't attack now with everyone behind him. But everyone's not as strong as they were in Act 2. We've had our levels reset. It's only me with the levels. Can we claim it this time? Can we claim the original Sword of Light? Can we see Mordegon in the background? We've got it. And it's recognised us as the Luminary. We have obtained the Sword of Light. The original one this time.
It is beautiful. Magnificent. May I take a closer look?
It's about to go. What is that?
What was that?
What indeed? Whatever it was, it stopped him from grabbing the sword.
No matter.
And we know that's Mordegon.
Now that we have the sword, let us return to Heliodor. We must celebrate your triumph.
Wait, you're inviting us back to the castle.
Does that mean we're pardoned?
Of course, Lord Robert. You are the defenders of Yggdrasil, the unmaskers of the traitor Jasper. Your great deeds deserve recognition. Well, Luminary, I trust that you will.
Are we going to get an option?
On my invitation.
Can we say no here? We're not getting an option. Hendrik looking at the fealty token. I mean, Jasper is dead. Died much sooner in this timeline than he did in the previous one. Hendrik's got the token.
I have wronged you. But in time I will make amends. I swear it.
Hendrik.
We will go ahead and begin the preparations. We look forward to welcoming you in Heliodor.
Hendrik makes his apology much sooner in this timeline than he did in Act 2. It was after the Battle of the Last Bastion and after we went into Heliodor Castle before he swore allegiance to us. I mean, he hasn't done that yet, to be fair. And now we can actually continue the walkabout in the heart of Yggdrasil. We can actually zoom in and out of here.
That's not like you.
We really thought we were done for. Hendrik doesn't seem too happy about it. Well, yeah, they had a lot of history.
Oh, aye!
A sword you find every day. No, indeed. Yeah, I mean, this is big for Jade. I forgot to kind of talk about this while we were walking up. Jade hasn't reconciled with King Carnelian yet. But we know... yeah, Eric was a criminal before this. I mean, we know that King Carnelian is Mordegon, and that is not King Carnelian that Jade is talking to. There we go. Some sort of shadow pushing him away.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
All I will say is we saw the black and red toggle follow us into the Tower of Lost Time before we went back in time. And that is all I will say. So it could be that. And we can walk out this time, but obviously no need to run all the way to Heliodor. I think we should be able to, this time, teleport straight into Heliodor City. So we've not been here since Act 1, because Heliodor was completely destroyed when Mordegon destroyed Yggdrasil. Took over the castle and put, presumably, Jasper and Tyrion in charge. But here it is! We're back! Have not seen it since the very start of the game. We see downtown Heliodor as well. We couldn't go there in Act 2 either. So the one thing gameplay-wise, chapter kind of nearly everyone at the way up. Has it been announced to the guards that the Luminary is... Okay, it has! There's no longer a Darkspawn. The king interesting tactic that the king has told the guards that we're not the Darkspawn anymore. So, at this point in my mind, when I first played through this game, there was a lingering doubt that something had gone wrong and that Mordegon was no longer possessing King Carnelian. And we were actually speaking to King Carnelian. Let's chat to a few more of these. And here we see the guy that gives us the quest. And we've still got this quest active. So I was completely baffled when Heliodor Castle was completely destroyed in Act 2 and we could never fulfill that quest. I think it was just outstanding on my quest list, and I was like, well, how am I ever going to do that? Heliodor is gone. But we can now do it. So yeah, as I say, lingering doubt, because why would Mordegon tell the guards that I'm the good guy? Why would he not put the guards on his side? I mean, Eric is with us. We know there's about to be a banquet thrown for us. Welcome back to Heliodor. See the statue, big golden statue. That's the Twin Eagle statue, I believe. We'll talk to the party just before we go up.
Fabulous!
Yeah, Sylvander loves a new town. Rab must be conflicted. Jade is right to be skeptical. Yeah, and there was still a doubt in my mind. My first playthrough.
Yes!
Interesting. Right, let's head in. And here we see the bright and restored Heliodor Castle. Just as it was in Act 1. I mean, this place was dark and dingy in Act 2 when it was destroyed. I thought he had lost his daughter. Having Princess Jade back with him after all these years. Indeed, I kind of want to talk to everyone here, I'm so kind of overwhelmed by all of this dialogue, because... Fair. So the King Mordegon has told the guards, but he hasn't told everyone in town yet. He's not made a big announcement of it. The guard believed it all along. I wonder where he was in Act 2. I'd love to say I could recognise like some of the guards from Act 2, like in the Battle of the Last Bastion, but they all look pretty much the same. Right, chat to the maid. I thought you were the Darkspawn, you were the hero all along. Yes, I knew that. Gonna get anything unique. I can only apologise if this is boring as hell to anyone else, but I am kind of enthralled in my passion of this game at the moment, because... Is there a curious tension in the air? I mean, like, what is going through the mind of Mordegon right now? Why has he told the guards that we are the good guy? Because surely you'd want the guards on his side. Unless that is not Mordegon. And that really is King Carnelian, and he's been kind of... Instead of, like, slowly coming to his senses, he's just... Mordegon's quickly given him back and wiped his memories of ever being possessed. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen now. Again, little mention of Zwarjust once being a great kingdom there. Interesting. Is that one of the big questions for Act 3? I don't know. The biggest questions are, what's about to happen? What is the black and red toggle going to do? Is that the shadow that stopped King Carnelian getting the Sword of Light? And who is the seer? Interesting. Right, well, I think we're pretty much ready to go in. I mean, this is now the redo of the scene in the very start of the game when we first came to Heliodor. Right, let's find out. Almost forgot as well. One of the... Oh, actually, one of these is Jade's chamber, isn't it? This is literally Jade's bedroom and they're not letting us in. Can we talk to Jade and get anything else? No. Right, what I was going to say, one of the other things in this act now, obviously Cobblestone never becomes the last bastion because Mordegon never takes over. So we know for a fact that the residents of Cobblestone, Gemma and Amber mainly, we know for a fact that they are in the dungeon of this castle. Because they didn't get killed. We know they're alive. We know they're in the dungeon. And here we go. It's exactly like the scene in Act 1 when we first come here. But this time Jasper isn't there. Because Jasper is dead. But this time it's all of us.
Honored Luminary, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you in the manner you deserve at last. To think, I once thought ill of you. Saw you as a harbinger of calamity, called you unconscionable things. Oh, truly, Jasper cast a most malign shadow.
He's blaming it all on Jasper.
I owe you a great deal. You have revealed the traitor in our midst and returned my daughter to me.
Interesting
As a small
line.
token of my appreciation, I have arranged for some special visitors. Hendrik, if you would.
Ooh, who's it going to be?
Yes, sire.
It's Gemma and Amber from Cobblestone. They're alive.
Oh, there you are at last. We've been dying to see you.
So canonically at this point in the game we haven't seen these guys since we first left Cobblestone at the very start of the game. Act 2 is wiped out.
I was so worried about you. I heard all these horrible stories. I thought you might be... Right after you left the village, this horrible man called Jasper came with all these soldiers. I'll never forget his eyes. They were so cold. He ordered us all to gather in the middle of the village and then he told his men to kill us all.
Exactly how Gemma said it happened in Act 2,
Sir
the last
Hendrik
bastion.
came to the rescue.
Again.
He showed up just in the nick of time and told Jasper to let us live.
So that story hasn't
Still
changed.
locked us up in the castle, but at least we were safe. And then they came and told us you weren't a baddie after all and let us go.
Interested still.
We've been through an awful lot, love. But from what I hear, so have you. I'm proud of you. And so is your granddad, I'm sure.
Nearly departed Chalky, I think.
Now,
Unless
let
that's
us
Gemma's
begin the
granddad.
festivities at last. A banquet worthy of our saviour awaits.
So the Luminary's got a smile on his face there, but surely we know.
Forth, none shall doubt the Luminary. He shall be honoured, celebrated, adored.
Oh, everyone's cheering. But again, at this point in my first playthrough, I was so sceptical that something had gone wrong. That this was actually King Carnelian and not Mordegon. Alright, we've gone to bed. Okay, we're still at the party. Still at the banquet. I was half expecting to turn around and see Yangus just feasting, because I'm thinking of the wrong game, but... Oh, there you go, that's Gemma's granddad, who's in charge of Cobblestone. Gemma's here too, somewhere. Interesting, if you're hoping to be with her one day, you need to show her you care. Interesting. Dunstan, that's Gemma's granddad's name. So Chalky is our adoptive grandfather. Speak to Amber. Till the king realised the truth and released us. Where's this theme actually? I think this must be the only time in the game that this theme plays. And there's Eric and Dirk, his old partner in crime. I think we know Dirk is good. Here's a bird. Understand that you're actually the Prince of Yggdrasil. Yeah, I forgot that. So I forgot that we could actually be King of Yggdrasil at one point. What are you talking about now? Interesting. Right, we'll have a good explore around the castle. Again, I can only... Oh, toggle. Not a chatty one. I can only apologise if this is boring gameplay, but I want to explore every aspect of this while we can. This is Hendrik's quarters. Drustan's armour. Interesting. Suit of crimson armour. Oh dear. That had an unexpectedly sad ending. Right, where should we go next? I presume this being on the opposite side, is this going to be Jasper's corpse? The dearly departed Jasper. Not that we gave a shit about him because he was evil. Room for a dead man. After all he did to defend the kingdom, he would have brought this place to ruin, and we know it. I wonder where it all went wrong. Yeah, interesting. Because we know a little bit about the backstory of Jasper now. Serena and Veronica reunited. Not going anywhere till Mordegon's beat. We'd met you a long time ago. But when they first met us. Very interesting. I don't think we can provide an answer for that yet, without spoilers. Here's where he's talked to the branch in Act 2 and learnt the truth behind Hendrik and Jasper's relationship growing up, and Jasper's bitterness. Who else can we chat to? Yes, I think they're quite drunk. Yes, especially that man. Precious creature awaiting your eventual return. Interesting. I never picked up on this in this part of the game before, that there's a kind of lingering romance between Luminary and Gemma. Interesting, because a lot of the characters, or a couple, have commented on it now. And that bloke fancies her. Sylvando putting on a show. Yeah, this guy as well. Actually, was he? I'll wait for her sweetheart to return. So it's kind of clear that Gemma all this time has fancied the Luminary. Interesting. I mean, it's not entirely surprising. I mean, they grew up together. Have we spoken to everyone? Have we? I don't think we've seen Jade yet, have we? Is Jade going to be in her actual bedroom? Oh no, she's up on the balcony, isn't she? I can't remember. Let's have a look. I think we've spoken to everyone else, haven't we? Oh, there's Jade. Something doesn't quite feel right. I mean, yeah, this... I've still got the lingering doubt that something is wrong. I mean, we know definitely something's wrong, because we're pretty sure that King Carnelian is Mordegon, but there's still that doubt. But I think we will at last retire. So we'll rest here for the night. Still got the Sword of Light strapped on my back, the original one this time. Oh dear. Well, we definitely know something's going to go wrong now. Someone's creeping in. And it's the king. It must be Mordegon, surely. But there's the shadow again. The tendrils come up. And they stop the king from taking the sword again. Wakes us up in the process.
What is this? Why can I not touch the sword? Surely it cannot be.
What does he know? Does he know about the shadow?
Accursed Luminary!
Yep.
Give it to me! Give me the Sword of Light! It belongs to me!
Now there's no doubt, that is Mordegon. It is exactly as we knew it would be. But there's the party. We're ready for a fight now. I see the red eyes. There's Hendrik.
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
But he's on our side. They've caught him red-handed.
You're not my father. Look at you. You're a monster, not a man.
Yeah, blighter, ye. I had a feeling in my waters that something wasn't quite right with you, Carnelian.
So this whole thing was a sham? The banquet, the speeches? Wow, that's cold. So who are you?
We're in for a fight. Oh, he's teleported away.
He disappeared.
My team's got my back. We're ready.
You! Stop skulking in the shadows! Come out and show your stupid face!
Something tells me he won't have gone far. Quick, let's search the castle.
I agree. We're going to have to. So it was exactly as we thought it would be. Who have I served all these years? Yeah, Hendrik's coming to realise it now. So my little doubt when I first played through this game, I was wrong. I thought maybe it would have been the trick and it wasn't Mordegon, but it still is. And I can only imagine I mean, we will save here because I think I forgot to save my first playthrough and I was right back at the start in Alberia. But yeah, I can only imagine that as soon as we blocked Jasper's attack, I think Mordegon was entirely expecting to win and bring destruction to Erdwin as soon as he got up to Yggdrasil. And the fact that we blocked him just completely threw his plan out of the window. And he just started making bad decisions. Regarding Prince Jade, Princess Jade. So yeah, Mordegon just started panicking and didn't know what he was doing. Tried to grab the sword at night and got caught and... Oh, that's Sandy. Growling doesn't sound human. Well, I think we're going to get the redone Mordegon final boss fight on the other side of this door. So, I mean, let's try and do some party tactics. The levels here are like clear to see. Everyone is so much tougher. Well, I am so much tougher than everyone else. So we just need support and healers, really. Sylvando's got Hustle Dance, which I think will be good here. Jade's got horror attacks. Eric's pretty useless at this point. I mean, we've got Sap with Rab, but only Oomph with Sylvando. He won't have Oomph for yet. So I'm going to go with this and see where we get to. Equipment-wise, it was the Super Sword of Light this time. And not just the Sword of Light, so the heroes of old made a better sword than we did. But I'm going to stick with a two-handed sword. I think the Liquid Metal Great Sword is going to be the best for that. Let's do it. I mean, Mordegon's here. We've got Hendrik with us as well.
No more giving us the runaround, you! We've got you cornered!
Now let the king go and show us your true form, fiend.
Is there going to be a trick? He's laughing out of panic. He knows we've got the upper hand by miles here. He must do. We see the possession and Mordegon's theme plays, and it is Mordegon. We knew it would be.
Unmasked at last. I have been enjoying Carnelian's hospitality since the day Yggdrasil fell.
We've not seen this form of Mordegon since Act 1, just before he destroyed Yggdrasil.
But the game ends here. I have wasted too much time already waiting for you to lead me to the Sword of Light. And since I was unable to steal it from you, it seems I must take it by force. Very well. Come to Mordegon like good little lambs and die.
Let's do it. It's the final boss fight once again. Let's put some sort of aura on us. But we've got the Sword of Light.
Mordegon, so it's you. I've waited years for this day to come.
Yeah, Rab's been hunting this guy for his entire life.
Jasper, but his majesty too. Your deception shall not go unpunished, devil.
Hendrik is lost at this one.
You have been a serviceable puppet over the years, Hendrik. But it is time you joined your wretched kinfolk in hell.
Is that implying that Mordegon destroyed Svartdrost? Interesting.
My
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was you who massacred my people.
It was all you, wasn't it? The destruction of Yggdrasil. The families torn apart. You've stolen so much from so many. And now you're going to pay.
It's
I
time.
stand with you, Luminary. My loved ones, my countrymen. They must be avenged.
Hendrik with us. We knew he would be.
I'm with you too. This is the guy who's had it in for you all this time, right? Let's show him who he's been messing with.
Eric, forever the best bro. It's time. The final boss fight as it should have been.
Luminary, what are you waiting for? Come, give me your power, that I may rule over this world unopposed.
Here we go. And we get the Mordegon theme. Exactly as it was in Act 2.
Shadows, hear me!
Okay. 2 stops. Not too damaging. Is there anything clever we can do here? I mean, we can try and go for the staves as well by doing Quadra Slash. I think that's probably a decent shout. I'm not sure how much health they've got. I mean, we are by far going to be the most powerful player in this team now, given that we're 15 levels above everyone else. Jade, yeah, it's just going to have to be multi-thrust on Mordegon, I think. Okay, at least it's landing. Serena, we could do a Kabuff. So Serena never inherited all of Veronica's spells now. So she's only got her own spells. It might just have to be a heal on Jade. That's about all she can do. I mean, Mordegon is a magician. He's going to cast spells. So there's not much point in using Kabuff. Well, we've got Hendrik as well, but he's a support character at this point, not in the party. And Rap just going to have to suck. Didn't land. The staves are acting independently, I would say. Okay, Hendrik's got infinite health because he's support at this stage, so not too worried about him. I can't remember. I'm going to check on Bridal Blade, see how much damage it is comparatively. Okay, it's quite a lot more, I think. Dear. He's doing desperate attacks already. The damage is big from Mordegon, but not as big as it was in Act 2, but anywhere near. Sweden not got a multi-heal. It's going to have to be a more heal on Jade and then a multi with Rap.
Look after yourself.
Just thinking, I would never have unlocked multi-heal in Act 1 with Rap, would I? Oh, Hendrik's buffed. That's useful. Okay, not too bad. Okay, right, healing spells have been reversed. So basically healers at this point are useless, so I think we sub in. So what can Sylvander do? Is Rap's healing ability going to work? I'm not sure it is. I think we just sub in all attackers at this point. What can Sylvander do? He's not going to have Gold Rush. I think it's going to have to be these two. All out attack. And if we die, we die. I'm going to stick with Unbridled Blade. I'm not going to worry about the staffs. Try not to anyway. Nice. Hendrik's intercepting everything. So that's all going to go at Hendrik. And he's got infinite health, which is lovely. Is that going to hit us? Okay, all good. Right, that is... Right, no spells are going to get through to him now. So Veronica is now useless as well. Oh, he's on less than half health though. He is nowhere near as tough as he was in Act 2. And we sort of... He's in the red already. Coming down the poison. No, no poison. Yeah, Jade's 15 levels below and she's doing comparable damage to me. She is a beast. Can we do anything at all with Veronica? We can try... Oh no, Mordegon's not going to do that. Oh, we could try the Accelerator? It's better than nothing. No, it's not going to hit Mordegon. No, I didn't get through. Lovely. Hendrik's AI is doing quite nicely. But it's barely anything, because of the Kabuff. There's the Desperate, but we're okay. This could be a killing blow, to be honest. And it is! Jade's defeated Mordegon. I think Eric defeated him in Act 2 with the poison, but Jade's got him this time.
Nice!
And there we go. We have saved the world properly this time, without everyone dying, without Yggdrasil being destroyed. By the looks of it, Mordegon is defeated. Let's see how it plays out.
No!
He's beaten before he even got a foothold this time. There's a shadow. And it's the black and red toggle. And Mordegon seems to know exactly what it is.
I see. So be it. But do not think that you are the only one who has defied the flow of time.
He knows exactly what's happened. Well, there's Mordegon dead. He knows we went back in time. He knows the red and black toggle. So in the interaction last time, I mean, Mordegon in Act 2 destroyed what the red and black toggle was trying to do. He was trying to bring down Erdwin's lantern, which in this act still exists, is still up in the sky. And in the last time Mordegon destroyed it, Mordegon's no longer around anymore. We've just killed him. So is this red and black toggle now going to succeed in its plan? Is it going to try again? There we go, King Carnelian.
Are you all right?
Finally back to himself, no longer with Mordegon's possession.
Jade. Can it really be you?
So the last time Carnelian saw Jade, she was about 10 years old.
Dreaming. The last I remember is the attack on Yggdrasil. After that, all is black.
He's been out for, what, 10 years?
Wait, that mark.
Last time he saw the Luminary, he was a little baby.
The child. The Luminary. But you were a mere babe in arms when I last saw you. There is clearly much we need to discuss, but you must forgive me. I'm still feeling rather faint.
He's going to need a bit of resting.
Father, you mustn't overexert yourself. Come on, let's get you to bed. I need to look after him. We'll meet here again tomorrow, all right?
Let's do it. He's about 2 feet taller than Jade.
Oof, those two are going to have a lot to catch up on, huh? A lot.
There we go. The world is safe, I think. In that evening. Oh dear, we're getting another eerie bedroom scene. It's going to be the shadow. What the hell is this thing? It's travelled back in time with us and seen the death of Mordegon. Where's it going? We know it's no friend of Mordegon. Mordegon killed it in the previous act. It's come back in time with us. I mean, it all seems good so far. There's Gemma. She's proud of us. Aww. I mean, is the world saved at this point? The underlying question now is, what is the Black and Red Toggle up to? Is it going to try and bring down the lantern again? And is it going to do it unopposed this time? Because Mordegon isn't going to destroy it. Because Mordegon's dead. We need answers. And we're going to get them in this episode. Even if it ends up being... It's going to end up being about 90 minutes. But, oh well. I'll chat to all of these guys. Very true. Yeah, I was going to say, Hendrik must just be all over the place at this point. Because he's just seen the death of his friend, Jasper, after Jasper's betrayal, and he's just seen that the master he served for, what, 10 years? Has been Mordegon all along, who we've just killed. There's Dirk. Is this Dirk's wife? I don't know if we've ever seen Dirk's wife before, but that might be her. There's Sandy. And Amber. There we go. Speak to the party as well. Oh no, okay, they're all in there already, I guess. So there is no more danger. This really is King Carnelian this time. Now the third time we're seeing this act, and all the party are in here together. We've done it. Finally, the scene that we should have had at the very beginning. Had all gone well.
Truth now. Hard as it was to swallow. The things I did while under the monster's spell are almost too terrible to contemplate. If not for you, this kingdom, no, this entire world would have been turned to ashes.
Yeah,
All would have been lost to Mordegon.
it really would. We know exactly what that looked like.
A true hero stands among us. Erdria is eternally in your debt.
And that really is carnelian,
A
so
worthy heir to the legendary Erdwin. Truly, you are the Luminary, our light, and our hope.
I am those things, but we've done it, haven't we?
We really did it, huh?
Eric and Serena again. Again, I ship these two so much.
What's the matter, Veronica?
Crying.
I don't know. I just welled up all of a sudden. I'm just glad to be here with all of you, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Veronica's the only one that doesn't have this memory of a previous life, because she was dead in Act 2. So at this time, she is alive, so she doesn't have the same memories as everyone else.
Would you be, you silly thing?
Dead is the answer to that.
You're right. I'm being stupid. Sorry. Thank you for everything.
There we go, and we know what that really means. It's thank for going back in time and saving us. There we go. And there's Yggdrasil up in the sky. It never fell. That's the Tower of Lost Time again. What is that? That's part of the Shattered Sphere? Well, the Timekeeper is happy with us. Maybe this is the ending of the whole game. Maybe we've done it. It's turned dark.
What's going on?
I sense something awful. Something truly, truly evil.
What?
But where is it coming from?
There can't be anything else evil. We've just killed Mordegon.
What was it Mordegon said just before he died? Something about not being the only one who defied the flow of time, right? But what did he mean?
Black and red toggle.
Your Highness, please, you must come quickly. It's Erdwin's lantern.
Oh shit.
What?
He's gonna try and bring it down again.
The balcony! Upstairs! Quickly!
Let's run. We need answers. It's gonna be the black and red toggle bringing down Erdwin's lantern. We know it. We should join him. I'll speak to the guard as well. That is gonna tell us much. Erdwin's lantern looming right overhead. Something to do with me. He might be right. Let's run. I'll speak to Amber. She's got yet more to contend with. Oh dear. Have we, by going back in time, accidentally unleashed a much greater evil? What is the toggle doing? And what is Erdwin's lantern? And is it going to fall again? Speak to the party this time. Yeah, I mean the black and red toggle came back in time with us. Here's a thing. In my mind, in the original Dragon Quest XI, the non-definitive version, there was a scene where we actually saw the black and red toggle jump in the time sphere with us. I might be making that up because I can't find it anywhere on YouTube of DQ11 non-definitive, but I think that's just a misremembered thing. We know we saw it come in, follow us into the Tower of Lost Time. We didn't actually see it go in time sphere, but I could have sworn there was a scene in the non-definitive version where we did see that, but never mind. I mean, we know for a fact it came back with us. Here we are, head out onto the balcony. What are we going to see? The sky's gone black and red, and this looks like exactly what Gallopolis did in Act 2, when the lantern was falling.
This sky. I have never seen its like.
Look! Over there!
It's the lantern. It's falling again.
Erdwin's lantern. It's falling!
And here we go again. It's the black and red toggle in Gallopolis. Last time we tried this, Mordegon destroyed it. So we know these two are not friends. But Mordegon's no longer around.
In another place and time, Mordegon destroyed me.
Does not sound friendly this time.
But Mordegon is no more. Now, none stand in my way. Now is my time. Now I am whole again.
Well, shit.